Hollywood, California, Dominique Review Productions brings you classic entertainment in a modern world and in a vintage manner with the cast that's keeping the golden age of radio alive in A Day in the Life of Hollywood 1940's. With the voices of Dominique Breckenridge as Betty Gray, Jasmine Lofton as Rachael Ellis Hagan, and Tamara Solomon as Pike Anderson.
We enter the stage tonight in the midst of war, as was the world in the 1940s. But I won't give too much away about our storyline this evening. I'll let the rest of the cast take care of that. So join Betty, Rachael, and I, Pike Anderson, as we tell the tale of the story for this evening, as A Day in the Life of brings you an original story written by Dominique Breckenridge, A Man Comes Marching Home.
You want to take the bus into the studio when you could have saved much more time by taking the studio car. You only live down the street.
And why did you come with me? You live across from it.
I don't know. Call it the adventurous in me.
You being married to Dennis, I think a lot of other things can be called with you, my dear, but adventurous probably wouldn't make the list. Although, the trips in the wagon these past couple of weeks must count for something.
Please don't remind me. I'd rather forget about it.
That you're married to Dennis or the trips in the wagon?
Both.
Oh, copy that.
Negative.
Rachel, we're not at the bar.
Who said anything about a bar?
Weren't you?
No. Then again.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Now you're talking.
And I never said a word.
Roger that.
Coffee.
Over and out. Now, back to the What was all that about Betty? I almost didn't believe my eyes when I saw your head sticking out the window. When the bus passed my house, I tore a hole in my stocking trying to jump over the picket fence just to catch up with the bus.
Trying? But honey, the way you leaped over that picket fence of yours, I thought you were competing against Jesse Owens trying to catch up with Johnny Weissmiller.
I couldn't take any chances. The last time I saw you on the bus, you were running away from the girls in the Tyrone Powers family.
Can you imagine? They accused me of taking the Tyrone Power cutout poster board.
Yeah. I had to pay double bus fare before the bus driver would let you board a seat.
It was either that or take a cab. I couldn't just bend tie down to take a seat. Standing on the bus was the only option. When angry women are chasing you, you gotta think quick.
Angry men?
You slow down and see what the problem is. I'm sure we can talk things over.
Betty Gray. Now, why are we here?
Oh, yes. Henry dropped off the script we're supposed to read on the broadcast tomorrow night.
Henry? How did he get it? They're supposed to come through my office.
I don't know. Something about long legs, brown eyes, and how a little flirting will get you a long way and a script before release.
Mary.
Rachel, if Henry was married, he wouldn't be flirting with his wife.
No, Mary. Mary Lancaster. That's the girl who's supposed to bring the script to my office. He must have made an eye or two at her and flirted the script right out of her hand.
I see. Well, whatever works. Getting them a day early gives me time to really get into character.
You know Mark doesn't like for the cast to get the scripts in advance. He wants the reading to sound fresh and spontaneous.
It will. Henry and I are the only two who have the advance copy. When we know our lines and the other players don't, they'll be fresh and spontaneous, all right?
Yeah, a fresh fruit and a spontaneous throw once they get through with the two of you.
Who do you think we are? Dennis Hagan? Nobody's going to be throwing fruit at us.
I was sort of hoping they would. I could collect some to go along with the dessert for tonight.
Rachel!
I know, Betty. I know. Dennis is rubbing off of me. I can see the soot now.
Yes, busting up rock piles will do that to you. And I have a feeling he's had plenty of practice, say 5 to 10 years. I'm hearing for roll my foot. Oh, here we are, Rachel. Right in front of the studio.
But Betty, you haven't told me why we were on the bus in the first place.
Sure I did. I told you Henry dropped off the script to me.
But what does that have to do with you being on bus?
I was getting into character.
Oh, bother. How dare Grace Allen call me Irma?
How dare Irma call me Gracie Allen? Really? What would George Burns think?
Girls!
Hiya, Pike.
How's it going, Anderson?
Great. I thought I'd have breakfast here at the studio. It's the best place for a cup of coffee.
Anderson! Listen, no! Don't do it! Johnny Weissman is out with the cold!
If you're late on the crack, ladies and gents, go look up Museum Madness episode. Pike plus coffee only equals to up and confused. It also equals to carry on.
Don't worry, baby. Just let me smell the coffee and taste the cocoa.
You sure the fumes won't hurt you?
Nope. Still on solid ground. What brings you here this early, Betty? You usually take your breakfast on the bench in front of Tyrone Power's entrance and Babe Wallace's exit.
Not today. Today is even more important than that.
Nothing's more important than that.
How right you are, normally. But today, I want to commit myself to the part wholeheartedly.
My Betty, how you've grown. What a responsible thing to do.
The responsibility is going to be all camera one when it comes to the close-up she's envisioning having opposite Babe Wallace. Responsibility in my eye. You gotta think. Betty Gray. Gloria Swinton today, Norma Desmond tomorrow.
Rachel, you're far too ahead.
So is Norma.
What's the story about this time, Betty?
About a man and a woman in love.
Tragedy, huh?
No, just because you're stuck in an accident, don't think Cupid caused the wreck. The story's about a girl who falls in love with a soldier through correspondence.
You mean they never met before?
Not exactly. They only know one another through places. Here's the first act. Read this. You'll understand what I mean.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you A Man Comes Marching Home. Alice, another letter came for you today.
Same place?
By the looks of it, different place, same handwriting.
It's from him then.
Soldier Boy?
Mm-hmm.
The Whack and the Soldier. What a romance. Listen, honey, if you wanted a soldier, you didn't have to become a whack to do it.
That isn't why I became a whack, Vera.
Isn't it?
No. I became a whack because I wanted to mean something in this war. Help in any way I could. The men are sacrificing their lives. Why can't I sacrifice my time?
It's much more than time, honey. But I understand what you mean. What a time to start a romance during the war.
It's the best time to start a romance. If out of war can't come love, we're lost.
Love out of war. I thought a lot about that. What Alice said.
Oh, no, not you two. It's bad enough listening to Alice.
No, Lou, I'm serious.
So am I. After every mail call, all the girls in this outfit crowd around for story time.
I don't see you missing from the crowd.
Might as well listen in. Every girl needs a letter from a fella.
What's the matter with yours?
He doesn't write as good as hers. All right, I admit it. I envy the kid and her soldier boy. My Johnny's all right. But when you've known each other as long as Johnny and I have, I guess the romance wears a little thin in letters.
The romance hasn't worn thin, Lou. It's probably just a little hard coming up with words of love when you're faced with, forget about it. It's just nice, is all. Love coming from war?
There's love walked in now. How about it, Alice? Read the letter out loud? Hey!
What's the matter, kid?
It's Joe. He didn't finish his letter.
Huh?
What do you mean, Alice? He didn't finish his letter.
I mean, he didn't finish his letter to me. His friend Jacob finished it for him.
You don't mean he's...
I don't know. He didn't say. He just says...
Here, honey, come on. Take the letter, Lou.
You mind if I read the letter, Alice?
No.
My Allie, over the months we have written to each other, I've never looked forward to your letters more than I do now. At first your letters were sweet, but comfort to me. Comfort to know that there were still people in the world made of kindness, hope, laughter, and life. I'd forgotten what it meant to laugh. I'd forgotten what it meant to have something to laugh about, or even smile about. Looking for your letter soon became a lifeline to me. It gave me a reason to live. It gave me the air to breathe, the food to eat, the energy to move on. In the midst of tragedy falling all around us, your letters, your words filled my eyes with possibilities. Something positive to hold on to in spite of what may be, but what is. You. Now, all I can see is you. Wherever I go, I see you there. Funny, isn't it? You and I have been in the same places, but never at the same time. When life gives me the chance to be in the same town you've been in, I pull out your letters, read where you've been so I can be there too. Stand in the same spot and know that you were here, that we may be there together. I almost lost my breath when you said you did that with my letters. I wish I could say I've been in more places, more towns than I have, but it seems we're always stuck in a foxhole, wide country, claustrophobic forests, and such than we are in the open, with people, life. The handwriting's changed now. The message says, Miss Alice, I found this letter on Joe Miles. I've been with Joe for the last several months. And this outfit, that's a lifetime. We are the last two surviving in our original troupe. You might say he's more like a brother than my comrade. He talked about you more than the hours in a day. Every step he took, he said, this step I take brings me one step closer to Allie. Miss Alice, our outfit was... I can't make it out, Vera. It's been blotched.
Let me see. It says our outfit was... I'm sorry, Miss Alice. Joe Miles was hit in action. I don't know how much more than that. I blacked out and went... Sorry. I blacked out, and when I came to, Joe lied next to me. He had a piece on his face I've never seen in all of my life before. The piece was so... I packed him on my back and took him to the nearest rescue camp I could find. The doctor said, Where's the rest of the letter?
That's all of it.
That's all of it? It can't be.
That's all of it. I tell you, there isn't any more.
Oh, Alice.
This is awful. I just don't believe it. After all this time, can a guy and a girl get a break in this war? My goodness, a nice fellow like that and poor Alice, it just isn't fair. Why can't Deb leave us alone? Let us get a little love out of life. Why can't...
Calm down, dude. You're scaring the kid. Can't you see she busted up already?
Gee, kid, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Lou. I just wish I could have seen him. Who knows? Maybe I may have passed him in the streets in London or on the roads in Russia, and I never knew it was him.
No, honey. With words like these, you would have known him. As sure as you know your own face. You could have picked him out of the crowd anywhere.
How are you today, Alice?
I'm here.
Sure you are, Alice. Hey, we get leave tonight. Want to go into town and catch a movie? All the girls are going to see Charles Boyer in Backstreet.
No, you and the girls go. I'll catch the next one.
Between you and I think he's pretty hard to get. You better catch him now while you can.
I appreciate it, Lou.
I understand, honey. Oh, hey, maybe this will cheer you up. A letter came for you today.
For me? But I thought... Doesn't Vera usually do the mail cold?
She got leave 3 days ago. She'll be back tomorrow. Don't you remember, Alice?
I guess I forgot. Joe!
Alice, what's the matter?
My Joe! Alice, my Joe! He's alive!
Calm down, Alice. Catch your breath. how can...
I don't know. I don't care, Lou. My Joe, he's alive. He's alive. Look.
My Allie, your Joe is alive. Well, what do you know? He's alive.
Rachel, are you all right?
Hey, yeah, sure, I'm all right. Just a little winded, that's all.
A little misty, too. Gee, Betty, who knew Rachel could be... Betty, what's wrong with your mascara?
I don't know why.
The polka dots don't match the stripes on your dress.
Does it what?
The mascara, it's dripping down your face.
Oh, look, stop. Look who's talking. Weepy-eyed gal.
Oh, it's just a little windy out.
Yeah, I always say the wind that whips inside of a diner is fierce enough to cut grass. Admit it, girls. As tough as we seem to be, nothing breaks us up more than the story of true love.
No!
Rachel, don't take it so hard. It's not that bad.
Of course it is. Samir did it. Oh!
Come on, everybody. A Day in the Life Up thanks you for tuning in, and we want to remind you to subscribe to the Dominique Review YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Dominique Review, and share us with others.
We'd like to thank our cast of characters who played the roles in tonight's A Man Comes Marching Home, written by Dominique Breckenridge, and the voices provided by Jasmine Lockton as Rachel Hayden and Alice, myself, Tamara Solomon, as Pike Anderson and Vera, and A Day in the Life of creator Dominique Breckenridge as Betty Gray and Lou, reminding you that all the women's wardrobes worn in tonight's broadcast were provided by her line, Dominique Private Collection.
This has been a Dominique Review production. Good night, everybody. Because I was trying to think, I actually said it in my head, and it didn't register. And I was like, wait, bam, there we go. I was like, nothing else needs to be said after that, because that takes the solemn tone smack out of it. Like we're all crying about the story, and Rachel's taking it real hard. Yeah.
You don't know who I'm married to. Because coffee not only equals up and confused, but it also equals.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and prepare you, because I was waiting for you. I was like, I can't wait. When I said, do you want to go? No. Because I was, and your eyes are jumping up. Oh, you were recording? Yes. I cracked up, and you said, and I said, Tamara, why am I up and confused? And I kept, and so on the title it says, Pike plus coffee equals up and confused. So what you're about to hear is her story.
So, join Betty, Rachel, and I, Pat
Sajak, folks.
She's there. All right.
Betty, why on earth would you want to take the bus into the studio when you could have saved much more money by taking the studio car? You live down the street.
Much more time. But I could have saved money too.
You save much more time, sorry.
Time is
Time
money.
is money, in my urban setting.
When you've known each other as long as Johnny and I have, I guess the romance wears a little in letters. I'm going to say that again. Okay. But when you've known each other, focus.
Okay, are we really not crying anymore?
Yes. But you're still solemn, but no, you're not crying anymore. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it is. It was written, but she delivered it with great timing.
Okay.
Just a little punchline. A Day in the Life Up thanks you for tuning in, and we want to
say good night, everybody.
I did.
She did. Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. There was laughing going on.
Carry on. Laughing?